Okay, so this is meant to be a catch-up day for everyone who is feeling a bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on. So you have already gone through these slides, and I want to explain what it is that you're going to do for the following slides. So the first thing is you fill out the survey. Thank you for being honest. If you weren't honest, go back and provide some feedback because this is new to all of us, including us teachers. So we really want to make sure that we are helping you in the best way that we can and not overwhelming you or not providing the things that you need in order to learn, okay? So you also stopped and read the entire screen because that's what you guys do is read everything that I write to make sure that you have all the vocab done, okay? You also read to make sure that you have all the notes taken. Now, what might have gotten lost in all the chaos with all the things that we've been doing is going to be the STEM changing notes, which is slide 5 on that. I posted where to find those assignments. If you still can't find where to take the notes or any of that, just let me know. But also your grammar notebook should have like a little update button. And if you don't have access to it, just request access, but make sure that it's your personal copy and not mine, because that one you're supposed to make a copy of. So search your drive, try to find it. There's videos from yesterday's assignment too to help you find it. You emailed me if you had any missing FAs, FA1, so PS1, 2, or 3, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week. Do that if you haven't. And finally, we're here. Wow, that's horrible. I'll fix this before I post this. So what this is I'm going to show you how to figure out all your missing work for Spanish class. And then also on Infinite Campus, there is another video on the next slide to show your missing work for Infinite Campus. So the first thing is I want to explain when you get to Google Classroom, there are a couple things that I feel like we might have gotten lost on. So the first thing is all my work is always under classwork. That's how it is with all your classes, but just double check with classwork. How I personally organize it is I start, important info is on top. I start with the oldest week and you go down like you would progress throughout the weeks to the newest things. So the newest things are always found in the bottom. One big thing that I want you to make sure you focus on as we go through is going to be whether this has a 1 or a 2 in front of it. Okay, so for the assignment. So for example, I want to find one that has a material. So this one, a material looks like this. The assignments look like that clipboard. The materials though, that is shaded gray, but that does not mean that you did it. Okay, all that means is it's a material, you don't have to press turn in. I stopped doing that this week because I want to make sure that you actually do them, but if you're listening to this video, you'll know to start doing the material. So for the material, you always click, okay, we start with the 1, complete the whole thing first, read the slides, my dears, please. And then you go to the 2, which is the assignment. Now, as you can tell, I can see kind of here what all my missings are. I can go through. It gets a little overwhelming at times. I'm going to show you for all your classes where you can just skip all the other stuff that wasn't necessarily a due date and look at just the ones that are the due date. So if you go up here and you press view your work, if you didn't know that, here it is. And you can go and see everything that was assigned, anything that I turned in, done late, and then anything that I have missing. And if you're like, still too many things, go ahead and just press this missing tab and you can see everything that is missing. Now, if your page looks like mine, you're going to have quite a bit of work today to do, okay? If it looks like not so much, then you're pretty much good to go. But what I want you to do before you're good to go, check the next video for the Infinite Campus to make sure all the assignments match up and that I didn't make a mistake in not putting the right things. So if you're a person with a lot of missings, I want you to go through and I want you to start from the top. So these are the most recent things, September 22nd, and work your way down. You don't have to necessarily get everything done today, but I want you to get the most recent things done today. So if you have a list like this, you should be focusing on 3 to 4 assignments at least, and the most recent ones here. So notice I'm going to do these ones. It might be as simple as something like, oh, wait a minute. I totally did the present tense review notes. I just forgot to press turn in. So I can go back here and press mark as done or turn in so that it takes away the missing. Do not, I repeat, do not press turn in if you are not done with the work. It wastes my time, I'm going to look at it, and it wastes your time too. So please make sure you are only pressing turn in if you're done with the work itself. Okay, and then the last thing what you're going to do, so after you've viewed all your work, you know what missings you're working on, you're going to start working on them. But first, before you start working on them, check the next video, which is going to show you how to look for instructional feedback on Infinite Campus. I make mistakes too. A lot of you already know that. And you're like, yeah, Doble makes a lot of mistakes. But I make mistakes too, so there could be discrepancy in what Infinite Campus shows versus what's on Google Classroom. But there also could be that you just press turn in, so it doesn't show up as missing, and you really did nothing. But before you go, the last thing you need to do is under important info. I want you to look through the following. So this is a website that I don't know if you guys looked at or not. This one has information. The Spanish class one has information about Spain and Ecuador. If you're interested, show your parents. And then the other one is mainly for your parents. I did send them all out this website, but if they're having trouble with any of the tools that we're using, have them take a look at it. The other really important thing is class links to join. So what you're going to look at today, after you get done with your missing work, after you find all this stuff, you're going to look through and make sure that you're part of every single classroom. The biggest one that you need to be a part of is Quizlet. Okay, there's a lot of us who are not part of my class still on Quizlet, so just click the link. It'll take you right to where you're supposed to go, and then you're just going to request to join class. And then also make sure the other big one is going to be Edpuzzle. Just had to sign in with Google. Flipgrid. Duolingo is extra. This is if you want that extra practice, and it's really going to help you with our assessments and learning words outside of class. And then Conjuguemos is up here. Conjuguemos has been weird. And I'll add any more links as we go through that I want you to be a part of. And then finally, the last thing you're going to do is you're going to look at this checklist, and you're going to make sure, wow, it looks so ugly. You're going to make sure you've joined my Remind. There's 24 people on my Remind, and I have 140 students. I can't do math very well, but I can do that math and say it's not a good percentage. So please make sure you join the Remind today. I did send reminders out last week about speaking assessments and if anyone wanted to volunteer earlier, and it goes right to your phone. It's not, I don't have your actual number, so don't worry there, but you can text me on that or text me on it. You can call or just receive announcements for me. Okay, so make sure that's joined. And then also just email me with any questions that you have, with any missings that you see that are wrong in Infinite Campus and Google Classroom, with any things you can't find. Look first, watch videos, read directions. But I'm also here to just send that info your way. I'm going to have some blocks of times where I have students making up speaking assessments. So if I don't answer right away, that's because of that. And then after 3 p.m., I will be not available probably for the rest of the night for some reasons. And but if you need anything, you can still message, and then if I get back to you, I'll get back to you. But if not, I'll get back to you on Wednesday morning. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys are okay, and I hope that we're not overwhelmed, and that I didn't assign too much. I'm trying, okay? Be honest with your feedback. Help me out here. We got this. We're all in this together. Should I sing? Okay, I'm going to stop myself now and press. Oh, no, don't press cancel. Press pause.